Alright, YouTube, what it do? Day 19 of doing UGC and documenting it every single day. The profits today are essentially $287, like 286.98 whatever. So it's going okay, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty inconsistent on the content that I'm posting. If you've been following the series, you know family is currently over here, so it takes a bit. It's just harder to focus, to be honest. But I am going to make a plan for tomorrow and just work the entire day. I have a lot of new brands that are being onboarded that I need to start posting for. It's literally money waiting in front of me, and I just need to take this shit. So, gotta lock in on posting the videos. This is the first time that I'm experiencing, I guess, the biggest trouble with doing UGC, which is that you cannot be distracted for a day, or if you do, like, you're risking your whole paycheck essentially to some degree. Of course, depends a little bit. But when you work with brands that, you discuss with, hey, I'm going to post 7 videos a day, you need to plan that super properly. Otherwise, you're going to get on your ass with these brands are going to be on your ass to, make sure that you actually post the videos. And the scheduling thing has always been my weakness. I have periods where I got all my work scheduled out very nicely. And I also have periods like right now where it's just one big chaos. And you cannot work like that. I know I cannot do it like that, and it doesn't work that way, and I should change it. But sometimes I catch myself for, this case, like 10 days or something, where I just fuck that shit up. So I gotta fix that right now. So I'll be making a whole plan for changing that up. We got a new deal in the pipeline that is also very high potential, potentially another $500 added to my monthly retainer. So I am on a $500 a month retainer, and then the rest that I make, like in terms of my content, is on performance deals. So performance deals means you are, as the name suggests, getting paid for how many views you're getting, right? Your performance for the brand. And the other one is just guaranteed money as long as you just post the videos. Now, the reason why the profit is, although we are actually on pace to do $500 a month, but my income is practically not even close to what it should be, because I am not posting for my retainer deal, which I know that sounds fucking retarded, and it has some reasons for it. As you guys know, I have a lot of different phones. I had to reset one of these phones to get onto the USA market on my TikTok. I can make a tutorial about that if you guys want to, like, show you all the tips and tricks to get 100% US audience on TikTok, which is extremely essential, especially for these retainer brands. So how these retainer brands work, and many don't tell you that up front, hence why I'm sharing it with you, is that you need to actually post most of the time. If you get guaranteed pay, you need to post on all platforms. So you need to post on TikTok, on Instagram for sure, and probably also on Facebook. The thing with TikTok is, TikTok algorithm is much different from Instagram, that it does push your videos based on the geolocation of your phone, okay? So that means if you're in USA, you're gonna get naturally like 99% US audience. But if you're not in USA, it's really hard to target USA people. And even if you get the chance to do so, they're not going to be 99%. Which is what you want, right? Because for a brand, it's extremely valuable to know that even if your video only catches 300 views, that's at least 300 USA people, okay? The other way around, on Instagram, you can get a video with 20K views, but if the audience is only 2% USA, that's still only 2% of 30,000 views, which, I'm too tired to calculate that out of the top of my head, but you get the point. Right? So I've been fixing it up on one of my phones so I can actually continue posting for this retainer. And the reason I stopped posting is because I don't want to half-ass my delivery. I want to work long-term with this brand. So hence why I've put that in the freezer for a bit. But that's all changing now. Both of my phones are now fully configured into USA. Again, I can make a video about how this works, but essentially I have a dedicated IP on 24/7 in the USA, so that, I just never... these phones are just never not in America. So it's really great for posting on TikTok. On Instagram, doesn't really seem to matter. I checked it, I tested it, but I'm getting just the average, diversion split of countries on my content. And what actually matters most on Instagram is what you are saying in the video. So again, I'm only theorizing on how these algorithms actually work, but I feel like what Instagram cares much more about is, hey, from your interactions, where are these people from? If they're a lot from India, or like we call them tier 3 countries, right? It will push you more to tier 3 audiences. And if you get more interactions from tier 1 countries, so Europe and USA, it will push you more to that. This tier 1 and tier 3 system maybe sounds a bit weird if you're not in the UGC space. It just means buying power, essentially, right? So tier 1 countries have the highest buying power, which is hence why these brands want to target them. And tier 3 countries have the lowest buying power or have completely different payment systems that are just not easily integratable. Because if somebody has the money but they can't pay, you're losing out a lot of conversions, and they most likely will not pay. Makes sense, right? So yeah, I need to structure out my day, and that's what I'm going to do right now for tomorrow. I'm going to spend my morning making content, then in the afternoon working on the platform, and then after that making more content. What's really cool is that we are actually opening up our platform UGC Jungle to be entirely free. So we've experimented now with a lot of different things. Okay, we've experimented with making the platform entirely paid. We've experimented with making the platform entirely free. We've experimented with a free trial, and we realized that with the current system that we have set up, we can actually make the platform completely free and still get profit out of the platform to reinvest into building this company further, which was a bottleneck that we initially had. The way that we're going to solve the problem is by taking minor fees on both the brand and the user side, but that would just allow us to actually get the funds available to, you know, reinvest that back to the platform. All right. This is a big thing, because if you're trying to build a platform like I do and essentially help creators, you know, really make a lot of money online from UGC, you need to get money out of somewhere. You know, there needs to be money coming in somewhere so you can actually pay your developers and build this platform forward, and, you know, pay for the API costs, pay for the server costs, all that stuff. It is semi-expensive to run the platform. It's interesting. Again, same thing here. If you guys want me to go deeper into that, you can let me know in the comments. But the cost of running a platform like this, which I've shown in a lot of different videos. So if you want to know more about the platform that I run and that I built, you can check out some of my previous videos. The cost on building a platform like this is like interesting. So it's not super expensive. Like, I'm not going negative on it, but to build it fast in a good pace, right, and add all the ideas that I have in terms of gamification and just all the cool features, building an app and all the essentials that you want, it definitely costs money. And, you know, again, we need to pull the money from somewhere. Luckily, we are getting on a lot of good deals, so that gives us a bit of space to take small fees. And then again, making the platform entirely free and charging a minor fee on the user will also allow us to, you know, coach you guys for free, help you guys for free, and then just take only a small cut if you actually make money with us, which is, like, in the end what you want, right? You want to have a win-win-win situation where just nobody loses and people are only getting paid when they actually do what needs to be done. If that makes sense. So anyways, that's the plan for today. So tomorrow I hope to push out a lot more content, and then you guys should be able to see in the documentation series as well that the daily profits will just have major jumps, right? I expect already a jump of like $30 to $35 tomorrow, just because I'm going to start posting for my retainer deals. So, you know, previously from day, I guess it should have been, like day 9 to 14, we were growing with like $20-ish a day, sometimes even a bit more. Oh, damn. The calendar, bro. But now after this, I think I'm going to be able to grow with like $40 to $50 a day, which is obviously already a way better pace, right? So yeah, we're going to see how that works out. Anyways, this is the update for today. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you want to check out my platform, check out the link in the description. However, I would wait with like 24 to 48 hours before joining, because then the platform will be entirely free. There won't be a free trial anymore. And then, yeah, I can see you inside, help you further, and actually get you started on your UGC Jungle. Same thing for if you're a brand. If you found my videos, just, you know, contact me via the description, and we can get your brand onboarded onto the platform. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.